Yo, what up? It's your boy Rob, coming back at you once again with another video. So before we get started, you already know what to do. I got that goal 50,000 subscribers by the end of the year, so help your boy out. Smash that bell icon twice, hit the like button, drop a comment, watch the video all the way through to the end. All right, so let's get into it. One of the only things that political talking heads have ever said to black people is, get off the plantation, get off the plantation. But what they don't tell you is how they got off the plantation. And they got off of it in an insidious way of selling their soul that traces back to the 1700s. They use a method called Meritorious Manumission, which is what we need to start addressing this as, so that it sticks, and so that when this is brought up in terms of legal conversations, such as conversations like reparations, they can ask, oh, well, how does this apply today? And you can say, well, the American Psychological Association has shown that repeated behavior over time becomes autonomic. And this at one point was a law in 1710, and it was called Meritorious Manumission. And Meritorious Manumission is putting black people on code for white supremacy in order to provide them with rewards. Now, you have people who'll be upset, oh, you're talking about white supremacy. There's no such thing as white supremacy. It doesn't exist. Well, if it doesn't exist, then how is this on the books from 1710? And clearly it's still affecting people today because people are still behaving in this way. So this is an article from the West Side Gazette. And I will be linking this article in the description box, and everybody should subscribe or check out the West Side Gazette because it's an African American owned and operated newspaper. You know what I'm saying? So let's actually get into this, shall we? This is an article by Kevin Palmer, and it came out on November 29th of 2018. And it says, for Native Black Americans, the incentive to sell out their race began in slavery. Actually, I think it might have began a lot earlier than that. Back in Africa. Like where Bernie Sanders, like where Bernie Mac said stripping started at. The stripping business started in Africa. Remember that shit? In 1710, Virginia passed the Meritorious Manumission Act. Meritorious means something earned. Manumission means becoming free or freedom. In his book, A Black History Reader, there he goes, Dr. Claude Anderson wrote, the Meritorious Manumission Act enabled slaveholders to legally free a slave for, quote, good deeds. Now we have to define what good deeds are, and basically good deeds are any deeds that a slave would do that would prop white supremacy or preserve the life or wealth of a white slave owner, all right? A slave owner could grant freedom to a slave who saved the life of a white person, designed or invented something that enriched the life of a white person, or snitched on other blacks who were resisting or contemplating a revolt. The policies were intended to keep blacks non-threatening and under control. All right. So mind you, this is white supremacy in blackface, effectively. So we need to get away from those terms like Sambo and Uncle Tom and start calling it what it's legally called. Meritorious manumission. If we have an entire political party of people who are telling us to get off of the plantation, then clearly they do believe that there is some kind of slavery system still in existence, and they are encouraging us to do something meritorious, which is to support their policies and political behaviors, and we're supposedly going to get manumission from this plantation. You see how that works? Bet you they'll rephrase that shit for next election cycle. Dr. Anderson continues, Meritorious Manumission rewarded blacks who for personal gain would thwart openly or nefariously the efforts by other blacks to alter the racial status quo of keeping blacks as a group on the bottom. Meritorious manumission behavior is often observed in the ranks of black elected officials. See that shit? Black elected officials. Ministers, civil rights leaders, athletes, and entertainment personalities. They abandon their own people in exchange for public attention, financial resources, and personal comfort. They eagerly support public policies that subordinate the interest of Native Black Americans to the interests of white women, LGBT, immigrants, and other fabricated minorities. So what they're talking about here, basically, throwing shots, subliminal shots at affirmative action. Facts. In Augusta, meritorious manumission behavior could explain why black leaders in a predominantly black school district appear not motivated to reverse skyrocketing discipline incidents or improve overall academic performance. Also, it could explain why black politicians and civic leaders are more interested in improving neighborhoods for white occupancy rather than investing in low-income black neighborhoods to benefit black residents. All right, so people need to come up with a meritorious manumission watch. All right, the neighborhood watch for the black community. First kind of people that need to have an eye kept on them is those that practice what? Meritorious manumission. All right. So with that being said, that's the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please share this to all your social medias. Make sure that you watch the video all the way through to the end and hit the links at the end of the video. Like this video, drop your boy a comment. Let me know what you think. Am I crazy or am I real? Let me know. And I will catch you on the next video. All right. Also, make sure that you follow me on my other social media. Videos under 5 minutes long are also posted on Instagram, so you can check those out there. All right. And make sure that you are tuned in to Blacklight Revelations 2 tonight, because there will be a premiere. And I believe that premiere is at 8 o'clock. And it's going to be dope. So I'll catch y'all then. All right.